Good afternoon everyone, I hope you're all doing well. I just thought I'd do another quick video as promised to let you know how my first Future Mavericks talk went last week at my old school Vyners. So the idea of the talk was that I was going in to talk to a select group of people, 20 to 25 students who are in year 12, to inspire them, give them some key takeaways and kind of clear the fog that's surrounding them in this point in their life. So I started off by sharing my story, which was actually really useful for me as well, because as I recounted my story, it actually made me realise that in the last 5 years, which isn't really a long period of time, my journey has experienced some massive highs and some lows as well. And it was quite nice for me, almost as a self-realisation, that actually when I was their age, I didn't think that this period of time would be how it turned out. And I think that's what I was trying to convey to them during that talk was, you do not know where life is going to take you. And right now you're in a position where you have so many options, you need to assess them all and do what's best for you, because you just don't know what doors are going to open up because of the next step that you make. You don't have to plan the next 10, 15, 20 years of your life. Try planning 6 months and being purposeful with the next 6 months, because you're going to be far more likely to be in a better position to open the next door, as opposed to trying to plan for such a long period of time, which is what I found really hard when I was their age. I was like, where am I supposed to be going? What's the end goal? And as we all know now, there is no end goal. So that was really useful, and because it was such a small group, I was actually able to conduct some real close workshop activities. So we did a lot of interview techniques, and how me and my co-host Alice, who was a former apprentice as well, how we actually went about getting our apprenticeship and how we went about securing it at the interview process, because it's slightly different from going through your university application process. So we took them through 3 key things that we felt are really important, which was your interview star analysis. So this situation, task, action, results. So that's all about competency. Answer it in response to the question, show me a time when you've done X. We took them through a 30-second elevator pitch, which we did on the spot, and I realised and remembered how hard it actually is to do a 30-second elevator pitch. So they all found that quite amusing. And then the last one was, what's your biggest weakness? So that that's a question that trips people up quite a lot if you're not prepared for it. Now, you might not get asked that question, but it's always good to have it in your locker just in case you do. So coupling the inspirational bit with some real interview takeaways, we had a fantastic session, and they got some real benefit from it. So much so that there was a young chap who was in the audience, if you like, in the workshop, who I subsequently found out is almost running his own business as a marketing expert and social media, and we hit it off afterwards. He came and asked me loads of really interesting questions, and I asked him questions about his business. And we've committed I've committed to helping him where I can. So we've got a call in the next couple of weeks. So, that one person coming to me and taking some inspiration from what I was talking about made the whole thing worthwhile. And even if nobody had said anything to me, actually, I know that some people would have taken some stuff in. So I'm really pleased with how it went. The testimonials from the teachers was fantastic, and I really appreciate their kind comments. So much so I'm going back again in September, this time talking to a different group of individuals and students who are at slightly different stages of their journey, hopefully giving them the same level of inspiration and guidance in getting through the next sort of 6 to 12 months of their schooling and education. So super excited for that one, but I'm really grateful that I got the opportunity to do the one last week, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So want you all to have a lovely afternoon and fantastic rest of your week. And if you've got any questions for me, feel free to ask. Check out my YouTube channel for other videos, as well as all across my other socials. So have a lovely afternoon, and I'll speak to you soon.